All right, let's get into it. This past Sunday, the strategic self-immolation.
Oh, it was. It was something to watch.
This isn't a victory lap show for anyone tuning in. This is more like an autopsy on a win.
A very, very unwanted win. We saw the stuff you sent over. I mean, the fan forums, the draft calculators.
Some little meltdown.
A collective groan across the entire fan base. You had two teams, the Giants and the Raiders, who basically in a silent agreement with the universe.
Yep. The Tank Bowl. The mission was clear.
The mission was to lose and, secure the future.
And what do our Giants do? They snap a 9-game losing streak. It's just incredible.
One of the sources you sent put it perfectly. It was like breaking a diet.
Oh, why?
But not just breaking it with like one cookie. It's like you eat an entire birthday cake at 2 a.m. and then just yell, "I'm healing."
Yes, that is exactly what it felt like. You get this 5-second sugar rush, and then you realize the damage you've just done is catastrophic.
And the Raiders didn't even fight. They showed up wearing flip-flops, basically. Yeah. They handed us the loss.
And we said, no, thank you. So, okay, enough with the feeling. Let's talk about the strategic fallout. The cold, hard math of this thing.
The math is grim. There's a sliver of hope, I guess, but you have to squint to see it.
So, the number one pick, is it even mathematically possible anymore?
It is, but the scenario is so absurd you can't even take it seriously. It relies on high-level football chaos.
Okay, unpack the chaos. What has to happen?
Well, first, the Giants have to lose to Dallas next week.
That part feels pretty certain, let's be honest.
Right, that's the easy part. But then the impossible has to happen.
The Raiders.
The Raiders have to beat Kansas City.
Ugh.
Yeah. That one little detail is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's like saying you can win the lottery, you just need a comet to land on your mailbox first.
Okay, so we can't count on that. Let's reset the goalposts. The immediate goal now is what? The number 2 pick?
The number 2 pick. That's the security net. That is the critical threshold. If the Giants just do what they're supposed to do and lose to Dallas...
What does that lock in for us?
It guarantees we pick no worse than number 2. That's the floor. And at that spot, you're still getting a truly generational guy.
Right, a franchise quarterback, a blue-chip tackle, the entire reason we suffered through this season.
Exactly.
But, and this is where that win last week becomes so punishing.
Yeah.
What if they win? What if this team, in some sick joke, beats Dallas?
That's the nightmare scenario.
How far could we fall?
A win could drop the Giants to number 7.
Number 7.
And number 7 isn't a draft slot for this team. It's a punishment. It's what you get for suffering all year long for vibes.
It's purgatory. You miss out on all the truly great players.
We absolutely cannot let that happen.
No. We need to be focused on the trade-down treasure chest, not mid-round mediocrity.
Exactly, and that's the silver lining here.
Yeah.
If we get that number 2 spot, the leverage we have is enormous.
Because we know what's happening at number 1, probably.
Right. Assuming the Raiders get it, they're taking a quarterback. They have to. Which leaves the Giants at number 2.
As the gatekeepers.
The gatekeepers to the entire rest of the league that needs a QB. And that's when the panic sets in. You get these GMs in, Atlanta or Washington.
And they get desperate.
Desperate. And the price just skyrockets. This is where you see the Mardi Gras picks.
They just start throwing them at you.
Oh, yeah. It's not just standard trade value. It's here's a first. Take a second. Here's a future first in 2026. You want my car.
So that's the goal. We're not just picking a player at 2. We're robbing a bank legally to rebuild this entire roster.
That has to be the play. Generate that capital for multiple seasons. Which brings us to the next problem.
The management.
The people who would be making those picks.
I knew you were going there. Let's talk about that pregame report that made everyone just sit straight up in bed like a haunted doll.
The chatter that Joe Schoen and the decision makers are likely staying.
We'll be doing the draft.
And how
is that possible after this season?
Fans have watched this team go backwards. The cap is a mess. The offense under Kafka is just broken. The roster construction is questionable. And the same guys get to stay.
You can't burn down your entire kitchen. I mean, a season this bad where the defense can't stop a simple run and then say, you know what we need? The same chef.
It just screams a lack of accountability from ownership, and fans see that. They see that even if we get the number 2 pick, they don't trust the current structure to use it right.
My confidence is at an all-time low. I mean, we need a total shift in philosophy, not just the same faces promising they'll get it right this time.
It just confirms all the worst fears. Continuity over competence.
Okay. Let's try to find some good. Buried under all this strategic mess, there were some actual bright spots, some young guys.
There were genuine glimmers of hope, which almost makes it worse, but yeah.
Let's start with Darius Alexander. He looked alive. He was active, electric even. You could see his confidence.
And for a young player who's been up and down, that confidence is everything. It's a huge positive takeaway.
It is. And then there's Abdul Carter.
A stat sheet menace. He's been generating chaos, pressures. He's reminding everyone why he's a foundational piece. Finishing the year strong.
He's a monster. But can someone please teach him the offsides rule? I mean, he jumps like he's playing hopscotch on third down. It's got to stop.
The discipline needs to come, yeah. But maybe the biggest positive was Marcus Bowe, the rookie tackle.
Yes. He stepped in and he just didn't implode.
And for the Giants, that's a massive win. That's high praise.
It's a miracle in Giants math.
Yeah.
Usually when we plug a new guy in, the pocket just collapses like a folding chair. The fact that he was competent, that's huge.
It frees up so much for the future. And then there's the big one, Jaxson Dart.
He looked more like himself. And I think we finally know why.
The takeaway is so obvious it hurts.
He is not a statue. He is not a pocket quarterback. You can't tell him to just stand there like a lamp and wait.
He has to move. His legs are a weapon, and for months it felt like Kafka was coaching it out of him.
And against the Raiders, we saw him moving smartly, getting out of bounds, extending plays.
I want to be alive next year. Football, that's growth. But it also makes you ask, why did it take the coaches so long to figure that out?
Ugh, don't even get me started. All right, let's move to my favorite segment. I call it the Giants bingo card. We have to talk about the one play that sealed our doom.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The most Giants thing imaginable.
The tank bowl's on the line, and the winning score comes on a
kick return touchdown by Deonte Banks, the first-round corner who's been a walking soap opera all season.
It's like it was written by a comedy writer who hates us. The fan reaction was just perfect, cynical celebration. We drafted a kick returner.
Peak fan misery. But speaking of production, we have to talk about Wan'Dale Robinson.
11 catches, 113 yards. The man went off.
Which leads directly to a very tricky contract question for this front office.
He gets the volume, no doubt. But you have to look at the whole package.
Exactly. Teams pay that top WR1 money for blocking, for red zone dominance, for contested catches. Wan'Dale is an elite slot guy, but that's a specialized role.
And here's the trap. Another team, a desperate team, is going to see the raw numbers and pay him like a true number one.
And the Giants will have to say, wait, we can't pay a slot specialist $18 million a year?
And just like that, he's gone. We develop him just enough for someone else to overpay him.
It's the classic Giants problem. Which brings us right back around to this week, the final emotional damage of the season.
Week 18. It is officially a must-lose game. The mandate could not be more clear.
There are no moral victories here. No good vibes for beating Dallas.
Nothing. We're actively, openly rooting for our own team to fail. The stakes are just too high.
A loss secures number 2, at worst. It keeps the trade leverage. It gives you an easier schedule next year. A win.
A win costs us everything. It costs us years of strategic capital if we win this game. I swear I will just stare into this camera like I'm in a documentary called How I All Went Wrong.
The punishment pick at number 7. It's the final emotional torture of the season, knowing a meaningless win could do that.
So look, we didn't get what we wanted last week.
Yeah.
But we have to go into this final game with some perspective.
We do.
We saw the rookies flash. We saw Dart look like a real quarterback.
Yeah.
And we still have a shot at that massive draft leverage if things break our way on Sunday.
The trade down treasure chest is still on the table. It all comes down to this one outcome.
So everyone, just prepare yourselves. Pick your pants up, put the socks on, tie the shoes. We're heading into the last, most cynical week of the season.
And you have to prepare for the single most dangerous thing in all of Giants football.
That's that, the Dallas pass rush.
Hope.
Oh.
Because this team dangles it in front of you like a cheap cat toy. Just enough to keep you watching, and then they snatch it away. We just have to be ready to laugh so we don't cry. Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And, a huge shout out always to Black Freezy TV.
Oh,
For
definitely.
the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep. Their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.
This has been Big Blue Tea.